Welcome guys to my channel, it's Kasha here. Basically, this video is about all the boys I've had a crush on and who I've had a relationship with. I got this inspiration from the movie To All the Boys I've Loved Before on Netflix. Such a good movie. To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and we're going back to kindergarten. Anyways, it says Isaiah Blueberry. I thought he was the cutest boy in the world when I was in kindergarten. Like, he was just everything to me. His green flags. He had curly hair and he would play with me during recess. So it's like, what else could a girl ask for at that time period? A memorable experience that he gave me was the fact that he called me Kasha Blueberry at one point. When he called me that, I was just like, my mom's in the corner. Say it in private. But yeah, I rate his experience a 9 out of 10 because he didn't like me back, but he was a good friend. Next up, we have Noah Williams. It's about that I have the real names. We met when we were both in the 4th grade, and how I knew that he liked me was because my friend at the time saw that he wrote my name in his art folder and was like, oh, you have a thing for Kasha? And he's like, yeah, you can tell her if you want. So she ended up telling me, and I was like, oh, I don't know that kid. I didn't even know he existed until my friend told me, and I was like, oh, I guess I like him too. So then we were boyfriend and girlfriend all the way until 6th grade. So we were going pretty darn strong. All good things come to an end. His green flags, he was nice to me like 70% at the time. The 30% he would play with his friends during recess. I was alone. You're gonna leave your 2-year girlfriend to play with your friends during recess? Okay. He like knitted me a bracelet in art class and he gave it to me, and I was like, oh my god, you really like me because now you're giving me stuff. That's so cool. A memorable moment that I had with him was the fact that on Valentine's Day, he gave me a little Skittles packet, and on the packet he wrote, I love you. And I was like, oh my god, he's madly in love with me. I rate the experience a 6 out of 10. He was nice to me. He was pretty fickle with his feelings because in the 5th grade, he liked my friend Abigail. And I was like, oh, you're cheating on me. And then once he got Abigail, he changed his mind and said that he still liked me. And I was like, make up your mind. And he said, I like you both, but I like you more, Kasha. And I was like, what's new? So we got back together. It was very messy, very messy. And then during the 6th grade, that's when everything tumbled down, because the reason why he wasn't playing with me during recess is because I was taller than him. I don't know if you guys know this, I'm like 5'10". I was a tall kid. Yeah, he was pretty darn short. He was embarrassed of my Zendaya-like figure. So I had to say bye-bye, but I didn't say it. I told his sister to tell him that I was breaking up with him because I like couldn't do it. So I wish him well. Now we got Landon Slithering. We met in the 6th grade. He was the new kid, and I thought he was the cutest boy in the world. Like, I was obsessed. We became friends, and we would always play together at recess. And I'm like, oh, compared to this other guy that won't play with me during recess, you're playing with me every day. Whoa. He was consistent, and I liked that. His green flags, I wrote none. Because he just like, he had a hitting problem that I couldn't get over. And a memorable moment that we had is that like he would push me during recess, so that wasn't good. But like I would never tell the teacher because I thought he was so cute, and overall we were good friends, I think. I rate the experience a 3 out of 10 because he just was not worth it. And initially what happened was the fact that I told him that I liked him, because it's like that situation where he'd always say that he liked me, but not to my face, but to other people. And other people would say, oh yeah, he has a crush on you. But then I asked him, he'd say no. I was like, why does everyone keep saying that if it's not true? So then I told him myself that I liked him. And then he's all like, you're a good friend, but I'm not attracted to you like that. I was like, oh, me? Feelings were hurt. Hearts were broken. I was like, okay, you're lost. Oh my god, Josh Law. He pissed me off the most, if I'm being honest. Okay, we met in the 7th grade. If you don't notice, Kasha has a crush every year because what's the point of school if you don't have a crush to motivate you to get out of bed? You know? He was a new kid once again, and I tend to take new kids under my wing. It's a bonus if they're really cute too. So we were friends, and then I asked him if he liked me. He said yes. So then I told him that I liked him, and he said, that's cool. So we would sit next to each other during lunch, da-da-da, and then it was like about to be Christmas, and then it was so sad. His parents told him that he was too young to have a girlfriend, so we had to break up. It was a rough moment for Kashia. For the memorable moment, I put none because he pissed me off the most. I rate the experience a 2 out of 10 because he was just not worth the time. After that moment, he was so mean to me. He was calling me stupid, just like very passive aggressive. And I was like, I thought we were friends. I offered you candy. No. I was on the cheer team and he was on the basketball team. And we had to make posters for everyone. So, oh god, this is so bad. I ended up writing mean comments on his poster, like after school, so no one would know that I wrote them. And I wrote like, bench warmer, stuff like that, and they never knew who did it, but I did it. And I honestly felt no remorse because the next year my friend told me that the reason why he said that he liked me was because he was new to our school and he didn't have any friends except me, so he just like went along with it because he didn't have anyone else. So then when he started making friends, that's when his true colors were coming out. So then I stopped feeling bad for the mean comments on his poster. So yeah, drug dealer. Oh, drug dealer. Okay, so we're moving up to high school. It was, I was a freshman, I think he was a junior. I thought this boy was so cute. He was on the basketball team, but he wasn't very good. He had a bad boy energy that I thought was so attractive. I didn't realize that he was like a little drug dealer. That was different. I did not expect that. So then I was like, oh, gotta stop liking you now. Oh my god, my first boyfriend. Oh my god. We met sophomore year in geometry class, and we sat at the same table. I asked him if he had Snapchat, and he said no, but he did have it, so I was like, oh. So then it's like a month later, he asked for my Snapchat. I was like, oh, okay. So then I gave him my Snapchat, and then we somehow exchanged numbers. I forgot how that happened. Kind of became friends. I don't know. It was so interesting. And then it was over COVID. He kind of had a mean streak. So it was one time where I just got tired of it, and I was like, you hurt my feelings, and I don't like that. So I unfollowed him on Snapchat. Like a day later, he's like, why did you unfollow me on Snapchat? And I was like, because you're being mean to me, I don't like that. And then he apologized, and I guess that made him have a heart all of a sudden. So we started talking, and he became like really nice to me, and we became really good friends for a little bit. And then, you know, it's like the typical, there's this girl that I like, but I don't know how to tell her. And I was like, you should just tell her. And then he ended up telling me, but I didn't notice it in the messages. Because he would like triple text. So it's like, I would get kind of lost in the messages. And I didn't have a reaction for him. So he's like, did you read my message? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, are you sure? I was like, mm-hmm. And he's like, I don't think you did. I was like, oh. What did you say? And he's like, I like you. And I was like, oh, okay. We would have late night conversations, and we played 2-player games. He honestly was my best friend at one point. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend one time. And then I said, I'll think about it. And then I told him that I'll be your girlfriend. And we dated for like, we met sophomore year, but we started dating junior year of high school. So then we broke up freshman year of college for me. He just wasn't the guy for me. He was really sweet. There's another girl that will appreciate him more than I ever could. So, memorable moment, like I said, we used to stay up playing video games and talk all night, and I rate the experience a 9 out of 10. He was a good boyfriend, just wasn't the guy for me, and I hope he's doing well, and I've never said a bad word about him on my channel, and I never will. Heartbreaking James. You guys kind of saw me go through it this past summer. I met him my freshman year of college, So last year at my desk job. First time he came in, he was talking to my manager and it's like, my payment isn't working. And my manager's like, oh gosh, I had the same issue, go talk to her. We talked, I showed him the lady's contact of how to fix the payment thing. And then like a week later he came back, we started talking, we talked at the desk for a little bit. And then we exchanged numbers. And you know, like that thing where they say, you know when a guy likes you when he like high fives you. He was doing that. We were friends for a little bit. I had a friend's benefits with him. Worst mistake of my life. Never ever do that. Never ever do. I cannot stress this enough. Never have a friends with benefits with someone. The only green flags I gave him was like he was friendly, and then nothing else. That's really it. I mean, you guys can get like the whole rundown on my channel. The Evelyn Hugo series, Heartbreaking James, like that video. By far the worst heartbreak ever. The worst heartbreak ever. I will never say what he did to me. One, because I'm embarrassed, and two, it was no. Let's see, that started in November and that ended the next year in March. So not very long, but I was head over heels, and it was like once the guy has you, he loses interest and he's not trying as hard. And I talked to my therapist about that because I just couldn't understand how someone can use you and not care or comprehend it. I was telling her that I just wish that I had an apology from him, and what she told me was that he owes you nothing. Instead of looking for an apology from him, you need to apologize to yourself for compromising your value and your morals like that. So Stephanie ate me up with that one. So I rate the experience a 2 out of 10. I will never allow myself to be disrespected by a guy like that, ever again. Oh, now we're doing honorable mentions. Volleyball player. Volleyball player was a guy from last year in my like argumentation class, and I thought he was so cute because he was like 6'9". I was like 6'9". Here's my number. But I actually never spoke to him because I was too nervous. So yeah. Guy from Cars. Oh wow, what a blast from the past. I never really had a real conversation with him. I just thought he was so cute. I was 14 and it was in the summertime where he worked at the grocery store. It's like Safeway. And I just thought he was so cute. So I like stopped going to the grocery store for a little bit because he made me too nervous. So I hope he's doing well too. Oh my god. And then we're going to the love of my life, my current boyfriend. We met last year at a work event that I was working at. And he walked up to me, introduced himself, like cold approach. He told me that he's never done that. So Kasha was special, you guys, you know? He actually talked to my coworkers first and then worked his way up to me so he could like find a reason to say something. Like the first few things I told him was that he looked like a highlighter because he just like had this, his hair was fried blonde, platinum blonde, fried. And he had this neon orange uniform on. So it's like he looked like a highlighter. Later on that day, we talked for 6 hours and he wanted me back to my place and we tried to date. He took me on my first ever date, like ever. And it was my favorite, and he took me to this coffee shop that he liked, and then he took me on a shopping spree to Barnes & Noble. And it just didn't work the first time because we both just weren't ready. Like we were entertaining different people. So then, a memorable moment that we had that really stuck out to me was, it was towards the end of last year. It was like April and the school year was ending. And he was telling me that he would message me over the summer so we would like keep in touch. Because I told him like not a lot of people do that. That they just kind of fade away after that year. And he said, I'll make sure to keep in touch. And I was like, okay. And then he ended up keeping his promise, and we talked over the summer, so we were able to just build our friendship. I can honestly tell him anything. So then he came to my room. He came to my room to help me with my TV. Wait, though, because I didn't have a screwdriver, and he did. We hung out that one time. And I was like, we're friends, I don't want to like complicate things. And he's like, I don't want anything to change. And he's like, well, if things were to change, I don't think it would change in a bad way, but in a good way. We can always talk it out. And I was like, okay. We went out on a couple dates. And then it was so cute. He asked me to be his girlfriend in my room, but he brought me flowers, a pumpkin because I'm a whore for fall. What else? A fall candle, candy. Where's there something else? Oh yeah, and then peach Celsius because those are my favorite. I love peach flavored things. And I was flabbergasted. He asked me to be his girlfriend October 8th. So I've been happy ever since. And he's my best friend. I can't imagine myself being with anyone else at this point. Like he feels like everything to me. It's Valentine's Day tomorrow, but you guys will see this on Valentine's Day. So he's taking me out to dinner at 8:15. I don't know where we're going, but I have this really cute dress that you guys will see because I'm filming like a get ready with me for Valentine's Day. I'm so excited. He makes me really happy. Yeah, I rate his experience a 12 out of 10 because I hope he's mine forever. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What I will say, a little sprinkle of wisdom. In order to find your person, you have to find out who you are and stick to it. I got that from the show Sex Life season 2 at that last episode. So I want to show you guys the flowers that my mom got me for Valentine's Day. These are the flowers in crushed. Are they so freaking cute? My mom's the cutest. And on the card it says, "Mommy loves you." I was like, love you too, Mommy. I just want to let you guys know that a lot can change in a year, because last year was when I was with Heartbreaking James and he did bare minimum. He came to my room late from a chocolate bar from the campus store, and I was like, I thought we were going somewhere, like on a date, and he's like, we were supposed to, but I don't have any money. And I was like, okay, you could have written me a letter, something cute and sentimental like that. And he said, I would have, but I don't have paper. I was like, oh. Flash forward to now. I'm with a guy. It's not just giving me a Valentine's Day, but a Valentine's week. And yesterday he took me to this like amusement park where we did mini golf and axe throwing and this rope climbing thing, and I'm terrified of heights, but he helped me go through it, and then he just made me feel so special. And then today we're hanging out. Wednesday, Valentine's Day dinner. Thursday we're getting sodas and going to church, and then Friday we're going to a comedy show. I don't know what he's planning for Saturday, but he said he was gonna do something cute and creative. I don't know, just if you ever feel discouraged or feel like you're not worth it, you are. And just because some guy doesn't realize it doesn't mean that another one won't. And there's someone for everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have an amazing Valentine's Day, and I hope you found this video interesting. So bye.